Hey everyone, my name is Ellen and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Before You Go by Capaldi on the guitar. So stay tuned if this is something that you want to learn, and make sure to subscribe to my channel, that way you never miss another new video. Or every moment I start to replace. So this tutorial is going to be geared a little bit more towards the intermediate player, especially if you want to tackle the picking pattern that I have to show you. However, if you want to stick with just strumming, it is pretty beginner friendly. To play the song in the original key, go ahead and have your guitar in standard tuning with your capo on the 1st fret. If you don't have a capo, it's okay. You can play this whole tutorial through without one. It'll just be a half step lower. On top of that, we only need to know 5 chords. One of them is a bar chord, which is going to be our B minor chord. And then we only need to know 1 strumming pattern and 1 picking pattern to play through this whole song. So let me go ahead and jump into an overview of what I'll be teaching you in this tutorial. So like I said, to play this song through, you're going to need to know 5 different chords, which are D, B minor, G, A suspended 4, and A. Now that B minor chord is going to be a bar chord, so if that's something you're currently struggling with, make sure to check out my TMT right here on tips and tricks and little exercises and things on how to get better at bar chords. So if you are already familiar with these chords, then that's perfect and we can move on. However, if you do want me to review any of these with you, go ahead and skip to this time here so we can go over the chords and how to play them and things like that. After that, I'm going to jump into some strumming patterns. Now, the first strumming pattern I always like to use is what I call my practice pattern, which is just 1 simple down strum on the beat for every chord change. I always suggest beginners start out with this because it's really helpful to kind of learn the song and know where those transitions are going to be and things like that. So if this is something you don't think you need to do, then that's okay. We'll just skip right through it. However, if you are a beginner and you do want a little bit more explanation and an example of what it sounds like in the song, make sure to skip to this time here so we can go through an example of this practice pattern together. After that, we're going to jump into the strumming pattern that I like to use for this song. So as you can see, it's down, down, up, and it's going to sound a little something like this. So if you feel like you understand the strumming pattern just from listening to me play the rhythm and everything, then that's perfect. However, if you want me to break it down for you a little bit more and show you examples of how it would be played throughout the song, make sure to skip to this time here so we can go over the strumming pattern. After that, I'm going to jump into the picking pattern for this song, and the picking pattern is going to sound a little something like this. So if you like that picking pattern and want me to explain it to you a little bit more, go ahead and skip to this time here and I will break down the picking pattern for you and show you very slowly how to go through that. However, if you're not interested in the picking pattern or you feel like you've already picked it up just by watching me, let's go ahead and skip to the playthrough up here, and that's where I will have the entire song at the end of the video. It'll have the chords and lyrics and everything you need on screen in front of you. So go ahead and click there if you just want to start playing. But I'm going to go ahead and go through the more in-depth part of this tutorial, and I'm going to start with the chords. Alright, so now let's take a closer look at those chords. Like I said, you're going to need to know 5 to play this song, and we'll go ahead and start with our D chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. After that, we have our B minor chord, which is our bar chord, and that looks like this and sounds like this. Next, we have our G chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. And now I know you can also play G without this finger like this, but if you want to do the picking pattern, you do want to make sure that your ring finger is on that 2nd B string. Alright, and then after that we have our A suspended 4 chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. And then the last chord you need to know is our A chord, where you just slide your ring finger down, and it looks like this and sounds like this. And And those are all the chords you need to know to play this song. Alright, so once you have those chords memorized, go ahead and take a moment here to practice transitioning between them, especially if you're going to do that picking pattern. You do have to kind of be a little quick with your transitions. So if this is something that you're struggling with right now, I have a TMT on how to transition between chords faster, so make sure to check that out so that you can practice that skill. But once you've done that, let's go ahead and start on the strumming patterns that you can use with this song. Before you go, if you're familiar with any of my other tutorials, you'll know that I always start out with a practice pattern, which is just one simple down strum on the beat for every chord change. Like I said at the beginning, I think this is really helpful if you're a beginner at guitar or if you don't know the song very well, to kind of help you get used to the song and know exactly where those chord transitions are going to be. So go ahead and put your D chord on, since that's the first chord in the song, and all we want to do is strum down once. Then you go to the next chord, which is B minor, and strum down once. Then next is G, strum down once. Then we've got A suspended, and then A. Alright, so go ahead and take that pattern through the entire song and just practice singing it so that you know where those chord transitions are going to be. Let me go ahead and take you through the first verse to give you an example. I fell by the wayside like everyone else. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, but I was just kidding myself. Every moment I start to replace, 'cause now that they're gone, all I hear are the words that I needed to say. Alright, so basically you want to take that same pattern through the entire song and just make sure you know where those chord transitions are going to be. But once you've done that, we can jump into the strumming pattern that I actually like to use for this song. And as you can see, it's just down, down, up, and we're going to play this through 4 times for every chord change. So let's go ahead and go through the motions. I've got my D chord on, since again that's the first chord in the song. So we're just going to do a down strum, circle your hand around, do another down strum, then go up, down, up. Alright, and that's the whole pattern, so those are the motions. Let me go ahead and show you the rhythm so you can kind of hear what the rhythm is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's go ahead and try that together. Put your D chord on, I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Perfect. So the strumming pattern's not too bad, right? Now once you have the rhythm down and everything like that, we just want to put in those chord transitions. So now remember, we're playing this pattern through 4 times for each chord. So let's go ahead and go through the first verse together. I'll put the chord progressions up on screen for you. So with our D chord starting, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, twice. 3, 4. Perfect. Then you would switch to your next chord, which is our B minor. Same thing. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, 3 times, 4 times. Then you switch to your next one, which is G. Same thing. Down, down, up twice. 3, 4. Then we have A suspended and A. So now A suspended and A, we're going to play this through only twice for each of those chords, okay? So for A suspended, we've got down, down, up twice. Then switch to your A chord twice. Down, down, up twice. Alright, and that's the whole chord progression. So let's go ahead and go through that again without stopping. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. B minor, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. A sus, twice. A, twice, you got it. Fell by the wayside like everyone else. I hate you, I hate strumming pattern can be applied through the entire song, the verses, the choruses, the bridge, and everything like that. However, in my cover at the end, I really like to incorporate a picking pattern, so therefore I usually just do this strumming pattern during the choruses and the bridge. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on so I can show you the picking pattern that you can use with this song. You heard under the surface, like troubled water running cold. Now I've zoomed in so we can take a closer look at this picking pattern. For anyone unfamiliar with my tutorials, I do like to number my strings whenever I'm talking about picking instructions. So let me zoom in so you can see this here. For the bottom E string, I like to number that 6, and it goes all the way to the top E string, which is numbered 1. So for the rest of this tutorial, I will be referring to the strings as numbers because in my head that just makes more sense. So hopefully in your head it does too. But let's go ahead and take a look at this picking pattern. So for this picking pattern, it's going to be very similar for all of these chords. What I want you to do with your picking hand is with your thumb, that's going to control the bottom 3 strings, so the 6th, 5th, and 4th string. With your 3rd string, I want you to take your first pointer finger and put that on the 3rd G string, and then take your middle finger and put that on the 2nd B string. All right, so now these 2 fingers are always going to stay on these 2 strings for the entire picking pattern. The only thing that's going to move is your thumb, and the thumb is going to play the bottom note in every chord. All right, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. Let's put our D chord on since that's the first chord in the song. Again, your 1st and 2nd finger are not going to leave the 3rd and 2nd strings, and since in D the lowest note is your 4th D string, we're going to put our thumb on the lowest 4th D string. So now what we're going to do for this picking pattern is you're going to pick the bottom string, so 4, followed by 3, 2, back to 3. All right, so I'm going to kind of ease you guys into this picking pattern. 4, 3, 2, 3. And what we're going to do for this picking pattern is play through this pattern twice for each chord. So we've got D, 4, 3, 2, 3, twice. All right, let's switch to our next chord now, which is our B minor chord. Again, remember these 2 fingers are not leaving the 3rd and 2nd string, but your thumb now is going to cover the bottom note, which is actually going to be our 5th A string. So you're going to move your thumb from the 4th to the 5th string, and the pattern is the same. We play bottom, which is 5, 3, 2, 3, and you want to do that twice. After that, we go to our G chord. And now, again, these 2 fingers are still on 3 and 2, but your thumb is going to move to the bottom E string because that's the lowest note in this chord. So now, again, the pattern's the same. We've got bottom, which is 6, 3, 2, 3, twice. Then we've got our A suspended chord, and this time it's just like with our strumming pattern. We're only going to play the A suspended 4 and the A chord once instead of twice. So for this, we've got 5, 3, 2, 3, then go to your A chord, 5, 3, 2, 3. All right, so now let's put all of this together. So for D, we've got 4, 3, 2, 3, twice. Then we go to our B minor chord, 5, 3, 2, 3, twice. Then we go to our G chord, 6, 3, 2, 3, twice. Then we go to our A suspended, 5, 3, 2, 3, then A, 5, 3, 2, 3. Excellent. So now let's put all of that together without stopping. D, twice. B minor, twice. G, twice. A suspended. A. Again. You got it. Fell by the wayside like everyone else. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, but I was just kidding myself. Every moment I start to replace, 'cause now that they're gone, all I hear right, awesome. So if you can do that, you basically have this picking pattern down. And if you are not very familiar with picking and you're just starting with picking, you can actually use this exact picking pattern through the whole song. All right, so now for a really easy way to kind of dress it up and make it sound a little bit more full, what we're gonna do is take the exact same pattern that we already learned here, but what we're gonna do now is add back in the bottom string or the bottom note for each chord between each note. Does that make sense? So let me show you with our D chord. Right now we've got 4, 3, 2, 3, right? But now what I want you to do is put that fourth string back in between each of those notes. So we've got 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3. All right, do that with me with your D chord. 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3. All right, and so now that's going to apply for all of the other chords. So let's go ahead and go through them with our B minor chord. You've got 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3. Then with our G chord, we've got 6, 3, 6, 2, 6, 3. Then with our A suspended, we've got 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3. Then with A, we have same thing, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3. So that's going to be kind of the full picking pattern. Earlier we were learning like the basic picking pattern, which again you can use for the whole song, but this is the full pattern that I like to use in my cover. So now what you want to do is you want to play this pattern through 4 times for each chord. So for D we've got 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3 twice, 3 times, 4 times. Then we'd switch to our B minor chord, same thing. 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3 twice, 3 times, 4 times. Then we switch to our G chord. 6, 3, 6, 2, 6, 3 twice, 3 times, 4 times. Then you switch to your A suspended chord, and we're only going to do this twice, okay? So we've got 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3 twice. Then you switch to your A chord, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3 twice. So that's the whole picking pattern. We are going very slow right now. In order to play this at tempo, you almost want to double what we're doing right now. So let's go ahead and go through this one more time without stopping and a little bit faster. So with our D chord on, we've got 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3 twice, 3, 4, switch to B minor, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3 twice, 3, 4, switch to your G chord, 6, 3, 6, 2, 6, 3 twice, 3 times, 4, switch to your A suspended, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3 twice, switch to your A, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3 twice. Awesome. So once you get it at that tempo and that speed, let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit more so we can get it closer to the actual song's tempo. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4, B minor, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, A suspended, twice, A, twice. You got it. Nice, and that's the whole picking pattern. You would just repeat that over and over again to play through the whole song. Now, in order to play this at more of an accurate tempo, you are going to have to be able to speed this picking pattern up. So let me show you one time just how it sounds at tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, obviously, getting it at that tempo is going to require a lot of practice and a lot of patience on your part. It can get kind of confusing, especially if you're going to try to sing over this. So make sure you take the time to practice this picking pattern until you kind of have it memorized and it comes naturally to you before you put in the singing. But now that you have the basics of how to play this picking pattern, all you have to do is continue practicing it slower until you can speed it up. And then you would be able to follow through with my cover here at the end. Running cold, well, time can heal, but this won't. So, this is Before You Go by Louis Capaldi. Good luck. I fell by the wayside like everyone else. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, but I was just kidding myself. Our every moment I start to replace, 'cause now that they're gone, all I hear are the words that I needed to say. When you hurt under the surface, like troubled water running cold. Well, time can heal, but this won't. So before you go, was there something I could have said to make your heart beat better? If only I had known you had a storm to weather. So before you go, was there something I could have said to make it all stop hurting? Kills me how your mind can make you feel so worthless. So before you go, was never the right time whenever you called, went little by little by little until there was nothing at all. Our every moment I start to replay, when all I can think about is seeing that look on your face. You hurt under the surface, like troubled water running cold. Well, time can heal, but this won't. So before you go, So that was my tutorial for Before You Go by Louis Capaldi. I really hope that you liked it. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up down below, as well as to subscribe to my channel and turn on that bell notification. That way you don't miss any other tutorials that I post on my channel. Here are my social media sites in case you'd like to follow me on any of those. That's just where I do fun little things like behind the scenes looks at things coming up, polls to see what you guys want to see next, and giveaways and things like that. This is also where I go to find someone to feature in my new segment, Forever Features. This week we have Priya from India singing Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. Let's give it a listen. So if you want to be featured in the next video, make sure to follow me on Instagram and post a short cover of you singing any song that you've learned from my channel. Use that hashtag Forever Features in the description, that way I can find it, and the next feature spot could be you. One last little plug, if you liked the shirt I was wearing in today's tutorial, this is my Forever Faithful guitar shirt on my brand new women's slouchy tee cut. You can find this along with a lot of other different designs in my merch store, which is linked down below as well as under this video. Every purchase there really helps to make this channel a little bit better and allows me to continue making free tutorials for you guys. So thank you so much for anyone who's ever supported me in that way. I guess this concludes this video, so thanks so much for watching. I hope it helped, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!